Hey guys, I'm Stephon White, and this is I'd Buy That for $1, the weekly movie review series on LRM Online, where I'm reviewing highbrow and lowbrow fare here to determine if the movie is worth $1. Today, I am joined by fellow site contributor, master of the force, and host of LRM Ranks It, Kyle Malone.
Hey, how's it going, Stephon? Appreciate you having me. It's funny you say Master of the Force. I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt today.
All right, it was perfect then. Yeah, good to have you here, Kyle.
How's everything, man?
And today we are talking about a film by the name of Clyde Cooper.
Clyde Cooper.
Supposed to be a detective noir meets Blade Runner.
Yeah.
That's what it's described as.
They saved that big reveal for the very end.
Yeah, man.
Although
twist.
when I watched it, I called the big twist. We'll get into the big twist in a minute. I called the big twist like at the very beginning, almost at the very beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Before we dive in, guys out there, just a reminder that if you like what you're hearing, hit thumbs up. Do us a favor, hit thumbs up. Subscribe to be alerted to the latest episodes by hitting the bell, or just drop your comments down in the box below.
Definitely comment. Please comment. Let us know how horrible we are, so we can become better.
A horribler. That's a word. Man, this movie, it opens with a tagline that says, "In the not so distant future." But I could have sworn it was just today. Like, I didn't see anything that looked really futuristic.
Yeah, except for the big twist. They're using iPads to record videos, and they've got like huge phone phablets, and phablets aren't really a thing much anymore. Even the Galaxy Note has shrunk, but this looks like that phablet that Apple had many years ago. And yeah, in the not too distant futures, definitely a stretch.
Some alternate universe where technology's gone down a different path just about 20 years ago. But this thing, it starts out with the scene with the fat schmuck guy who's actually, he's with the chick. Were you getting a Fifth Element vibe from this movie? Like with the chicks with the hair?
Well,
thing?
yeah, the orange hair,
The orange
yeah.
hair? Yeah.
I'm guessing I don't think maybe it was a throwback to Fifth Element, but I don't think they were trying to do
sci-fi homage or something, yeah.
Yeah. Clyde Cooper himself, the Private Eye's introduction, they're trying to set it up like a noir film, Private Eye noir film, but it's modern, slightly in the future, air quotes.
Right.
And it's so rough. This movie was fun to watch because of how rough it really was.
Right.
It made me feel like this was somebody's passion project.
Yeah.
Who got his friends involved, which is fine.
Yeah. This fat schmuck, he has dude, his back was so hairy, it looked like he had like a colony of spiders on his back or something.
He was. Yeah. Anyways, the whole thing that kicks it off is this scene, with a fat dude, two chicks. He offs himself with a gun. They're completely unfazed by it.
He's like.
Then you get the whole self-narration from Clyde Cooper himself, who's supposed to be, he looks like he's supposed to be a cool guy from like the 1990s with the leather jacket and stuff. Yeah.
You're right,
and,
1990s. Yeah, he does. He was 1990s
exactly.
cool. Yep.
And he does his self-narration. He gets his case. Dude comes in. He's looking for a girl. It happens to be one of the girls that you meet at the very, very beginning of the film. And
right.
Then it kind of just goes off. You see these girls. It looks like they're definitely part of like a prostitution ring. They're about to be sold. One of them, the main girl, we'll call her Nina because that's like the name she ends up with towards the end of the movie. She looks dirty. They both look scared. Then some dude busts in to take them, and that's like, yeah, I don't know. Like they never really explain who's on whose side, but every time you meet a girl, somebody else comes in. Yeah,
we meet several
somebody
girls,
comes in, hits somebody over the head, and takes the girl.
Every time that happened, I kept thinking of this. There's this rap song by this guy named Project Pat called "Don't Save Her," and it was hilarious because these dudes kept showing up, literally saving these hoes over and over. Every time something's about to happen.
The writing, like the actors, some of them do okay. Some of the actors do okay. Some of them are a little over the top.
It's all right.
The gentleman that plays the detective, not the private detective, the police detective, real short, older gentleman. He played a lawyer on the show Raising Hope, and he did fine in that. I don't know if he's getting older or whatnot, but his acting was a little, I don't know. Yeah, and there's even a part where he's trying to think of the specific thing he's saying, but he's talking about the chief of police, I think it is, like his boss, and he's talking to Clyde because Clyde's involved with all this stuff, and he's like,
it's like falling down.
He has a mistake. He says something like 2 or 3 times where he's like the chief or something like that. He has that type of mistake, and I'm like, why did you guys leave that in? You should have, said cut, reset.
They only had enough. They had enough money for one take.
Maybe. The film's definitely, yeah, it definitely looks like it was filmed digitally. So I mean, it really shouldn't have taken that much money. Maybe
definitely.
Yeah, maybe he had a contract where he was only going to shoot for like 2 days, and they were at the end of the 2 days or something. But yeah,
maybe he didn't catch it or something.
They had such a hard time. I had such a hard time following this because they kept trying to keep you guessing. They never even really tell you whose side is on what. You meet the girl that appears to be the madam of these hookers.
The Indian looking.
The blonde.
Right.
The older blonde. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the blonde. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the girl that comes in and
she whisks away one of the girls, and then also has one of the girls killed or 2 of the girls killed. You never know who's on whose side, and then you get to the big reveal. He tries to pull some fingerprints off of one of the girls, or one of these girls that he thinks is involved in it. Touches a glass. He takes that to a person that he knows that does forensics. They try to pull the fingerprints. And they say something about a silk screen. Anyways, big reveal. All of these hookers are, wait for it, robots. That's where you get your Blade Runner replicant, thing that they want to. Yeah.
Straight out of Austin Powers.
They got fembots.
The fembots,
and that's the big reveal. They're sex bots, Yep. Yeah.
The future is here. Got
and
the real
it's
sex
like
dolls. Now able to make phone calls.
At first, I thought that the madam was going to be just trying to save. I thought maybe she had real prostitutes and she was trying to save her business because, robot. Yeah, the robots could be cutting into her business. That's the story I would have went with. Yeah,
that's bad for business, man. Yeah, because you could probably
you could program the robots to be completely whatever you want to do.
Yeah, wipe their memory when it's done, right?
If you're into violent stuff, it's a robot. If you're into weird stuff, it's a robot. Yeah, man. So.
Yeah, like the dude who's like, he gets off on watching girls and blowing his brains out. It's a robot. It doesn't, they take the seedier job.
Exactly. But you never know exactly why she was whisking away certain girls and killing others.
It was hard to follow, man. Hard to follow. And what's with the did you notice there was like a a hooker Airbnb service being run where they were somehow knowing they had knowledge of
people
homes
were on vacation
where
and stuff.
The owners are on vacation, yeah, and they've got like a whole network where they show up. They got a fake ID. As you remember, part of the plot, he's going around checking with the locksmiths, so they get a locksmith to let them in. And basically, so there's a network that lets these hooker fembots know where they can crash, like Airbnb style, for 2 weeks or something, man. I'm like, what? Wow, is that an app or something? I mean,
the I'm on vacation app. I have no idea, but I definitely found it, again, confusing. The whole movie is very confusing. They're trying so hard. The writer tried so hard to create a mystery that I think he got lost in his own plot.
But yeah, I agree with you, man. Yeah, at the end he's like, it's just, I made it to. He made it to his end point, I guess.
Yeah.
That final reveal, but he took so many twists and turns along the way.
And there's so many paths that you start on. You take a step or two down, but you never follow through. And like I said, by the end of the movie, I still don't know who's on whose side and what is actually being done. You know, the girls talk about one of the other characters who looks like he's involved in making the female sex bots or something. He's gonna sell them, and not to somebody in the States for like, you know, a night or a weekend. He's gonna sell them to somebody overseas. I think they were talking like Hong Kong, and you never know why or what. Did he steal them from the mat? You know, who? Everything gets really lost. Yeah,
it does. It's not explained. Yeah. Corporation. It's like, yeah, they could have really peeled back into certain areas. It would have made more sense, but I guess they're trying to keep us in Clyde Cooper's shoes and just get in the plot how he's getting it. But it's even if I was trying to follow this as a detective myself, there's things I wouldn't have went down, and there's other things that I would have went down further. But I mean, it's an entertaining movie because it's so cheesy. I found myself laughing repeatedly, even at things that I shouldn't necessarily be laughing at. There's definitely a good idea there. I'm not against the idea. I'm not the biggest noir fan there is, but there's a way to do it interesting. And there was that. This missed the mark. I'd say this missed the mark. Another thing, and I'm sure you've got something to say about it because you're talking about noir, is it was pretty well lit for a noir sort of film. You know, it just, so the vibe was a little off.
Definitely.
You know?
And the lingo, if you're going to do a modern noir film, you can't really speak the same way that they did in the 1950s type films, or the films set in the 30s to 50s.
You can't be noir Spider-Man.
Yeah, you can't do it that way.
Man, did you notice that? I mean, for a movie about, I guess, if you boil it down to the core, it's hooker robots, right? There was a surprisingly lack of actual sex or nudity.
My guess
screen.
is that the actresses weren't interested in it, and then again, because of the way old-fashioned noir films it's all innuendo and clever cutting. So maybe he did it on purpose. Yeah. You know, you always come in right before something starts or right after something's finished.
Right, or the aftermath. Yeah, it's true. That's one way to look at it. Yeah, I wanted a little more. Just
What's
because
that?
It was trying to be a B movie. I said I wanted. It sounds like I'm some pervert. I'm like, I wanted a little more. Just because.
But like I said,
I was watching a B movie.
There's multiple reasons why.
No, but that makes perfect sense though. Yeah, I mean, he's coming in at the end of after the guy blows his brains out.
I was gonna say, so either the actresses weren't really into it, or they were trying to go for that old-fashioned take on noir, where they use a lot of innuendo or, hey, this happened, but we're not going to show it to you.
I was honestly, as I was watching this, I was thinking that I want to go back and rewatch it, but I wish there was a way I could watch it in black and white because I wonder if it would have a different impact being in black and white or, come across as more noirish.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
As reviewing it, what it is, I mean, dude, watching this, I saw that there's a moment where we could have a drinking game, as you know that I try to turn some of these
movies into drinking games. So this movie has one thing that is very annoying, and that is the guy vapes all the time. Like after the movie gets started, there's a break. He hits the vape once early in the movie, and then there's a break. But then I guess it's supposed to take place of the cigarette of old noir films. The private eyes always sitting there smoking and stuff like that.
Cloud of smoke.
Yeah, and this takes its place because, well, we're in modern times, vaping's a big deal, and I have nothing against vaping per se, but I found this to be a little ridiculous the way he did it, and he does it enough that I think if you took a shot every time he hits the vape, you could probably have a good time by the end of the movie.
Yeah, by the time you hit that third act twist.
yeah, it's in the second act when he starts hitting it a little bit more often, but definitely take a shot every time. Every time you see that vape mod come out, take a shot, and you'll have some fun.
Well, I'm gonna rewatch it. I'm gonna play that game and
see if the movie's better.
See how it turns out. Yeah. Now, Kyle, down to the final question: would you buy this for $1?
I would buy it for $1, yes, because it is so cheesy that it becomes funny. And I know it's an independent filmmaker, and so yeah, why not give him $1?
Yeah.
I'm
with Kyle.
It's not so bad that I could never watch it again. I would love to sit down and try to see if maybe I missed some things the first go around. Maybe it can, like I said, I like the idea. I like the idea of
definitely
what he was trying to do. I do.
Yeah, it's a solid idea. It's a good concept.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm with you. I buy this film for $1. Any final thoughts before we close out today, Kyle?
I don't think there's anything left to say. It's just one thing that I really thought was funny is the charging cables in the back of their heads look like
man,
guitar
cords,
like
some alien stuff.
It looks like the amplifier cords for like guitars. It was weird.
It's like just charging.
Yeah.
The future. Oh man. Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for visiting LRM Online. Again, I am Stephon White. You can find me on Twitter at StephonWhite13 or read my posts on LRM Online. And Kyle, where can folks find you at?
You can find me at that Kyle Malone on Twitter, as well as every Tuesday, LRM Ranks It hits YouTube. And we have the LRM Ranks It podcast on Wednesdays. And I'm going to go ahead and plug my column, The Cantina, every Thursday. So if you like Star Wars, go check that out.
So be sure to check out Kyle's work. Kyle, thanks for stopping through again. It's been a pleasure to have you on. Hope to have you on another future episode. So then, folks, remember to, again, hit thumbs up, hit subscribe, or click that bell to be notified when new content is released. Till next time.